Hey guys, my name is Katerina Lengold. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about positive thinking. If you've been following me for some time, you probably noticed that I generally smile a lot, and I consider myself a very, very happy person. And I feel very lucky, very grateful for the life that I have. I have not been like that most of my life. I was a very grumpy looking child, and I was constantly monitoring the world for potential threats and problems. And it's been a lot of work that changed my perspective. And quite a few people ask me, like, hey, Kate, like, you're always so happy. Does it mean like you don't have problems in life? Or like, how do you do it? How do you maintain this positive outlook? Well, first thing, negative things happen in my life. I do have problems. The question is, how do you react to those problems? You would never, ever, ever want to suppress negative emotions and ignore them and put this happy, smiley face and pretend like nothing's happening. Life is good. No, we have to work with our emotions. We have to be very honest with ourselves, because pretending is something that will drain your mental energy and it won't do you any good. So first thing, no, I'm not happy all the time. I do experience negative emotions, but there is a trick. So the metaphor that I want to give to you here is a big shopping mall, a big, big grocery store. So you go there, and there's so many things out there. There is like marshmallows and hot chocolate. There is chili pepper. And you can go and pick what you want, put it in your shopping cart, and take it home. I think that life is very similar to this kind of shopping mall. Reason being, it has abundance of all kinds of things. Emotionally positive and negative, relationships that are positive and negative, the circumstances that are positive and negative. There are so many things that happen to us every single day. All kinds of encounters, situations, opportunities, problems. It's a massive store with great collection of things. Now, we have to choose what we want to put in our shopping carts. By default, our brain is designed to focus on negative things, on potential threats, because our survival is not very much attached to our happiness. It's attached to our capacity to scan the world for potential threats and dangers, be very vigilant about them, and make sure that you remember, notice, and focus specifically on things that can be potential threats. Obviously, this kind of approach doesn't make you very joyful, but it protects you from being killed by a tiger. And so we've been hardwired by millions and millions of years of evolution to search for potential problems. In the world we live in today, we have so much information. So if you think of the size of this grocery store that was out there a few million years ago, and today, it's a whole different level. Because in the modern day and age, we can go and browse our newsfeed and be bombarded with so many potential threats. There is a reason why all the news, all the magazines, they all talk about scandals, problems. They attract attention. Those things are much more stimulating than any positive responses. So by default, our brain, our default mode of behavior is to go to the grocery store of life and pick the most negative, problematic circumstances and put them at the forefront of our existence. However, we have a very beautiful thing about our mind, about our brain. It's called neuroplasticity, which means that throughout our entire life, we can change the way we approach things. It's very convenient. We cannot really change the length of our fingers or how many, fingers we have. So we have pretty much predefined structure of our body, but the structure of our brain can change depending on ways we focus. And we have a capability to intentionally focus on different things. Let's do a little thing here. Let's practice. So what I want you to do is to close your eyes for a second with me. And before you open it, I'm just going to give you some instructions. When you open your eyes, I want you to look around and notice objects that are red. So even if they're tiny little spots of red, just look around. It could be on your computer, it could be like in your room, on your desk. Okay, open your eyes and just scan your environment for everything that is red and just notice those things. Give us a few seconds here. Look all around you. Okay, now we're going to close our eyes. And when we open them, we're going to scan out the world around us, our rooms, our offices, for objects that are green. So we're going to open our eyes and do the exact same thing and look for anything that is close to green, greenish, big or small. Just notice those things. Okay, what did we do just now? That was a very interesting exercise because we've practiced selective attention, selective focus. When we set an intention, I want to focus on green or I want to focus on red, we filter our perception. We kind of go to a particular aisle in this grocery store and be like, okay, I'm looking for this brand of flour. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So we have a capability not to absorb everything around us, but to take what we choose to take into our shopping cart of existence and take that home. So positive thinking, going back to the topic that we started with, positive thinking is nothing but focus that has been trained by your intention. Focus on positive things in your life. And guess what? You have so many things in your life that you can be grateful for. So what I recommend that you can do right now, because I love doing things that are practical, take a piece of paper. You can pause this video right now, or you can finish watching it, but make sure you do it. And write down 3 things you feel grateful for. 1 thing you feel grateful for towards yourself, maybe your personal qualities, maybe it's the traits, the characteristics, the skills that you have, or things that you've done recently that you're really proud of. 1 thing. 2nd thing, what do you feel grateful for in terms of your relationships with others? So people around you, 1 thing. Really, first thing that comes to mind, the smaller the better. And the 3rd thing that I want you to write about is gratitude towards the world. What opportunities, what great things that are happening in the world, could be the scientific discoveries, the technology that is in your life, anything, again, whatever comes to mind first that you feel grateful for. 3 things. So I actually use that in my planner. So every day when I'm writing my morning pages, I highlight those things. And that's my morning practice of focused attention on positive things in my life. Because gratitude is nothing but, okay, let me think and filter my recent memories of the past 24 hours for positive interactions, positive experiences, and bringing them to the forefront of my awareness. And what that does, it trains the muscle of positivity. So it creates a filter of perception. We literally have that in our brains, which rewires our brain to look for good instead of looking for bad, negative, threatening things, which is our default mode of behavior. So positive thinking is not a unique skill that some people, by naturally have, like a talent or just, a unique characteristic of somebody that you can never develop. This is nothing but a training of your focus that you can do in 3 minutes every day by writing down 3 things you feel grateful for. As simple as that. And it will change the structure of your brain. It will change the way you see the world. It will bring in the shopping cart of your life a whole different set of things, the sweet ones, not the bitter ones. So this time, you will be able to consciously choose what you want to bring into your life. I really like hot chocolate with marshmallows. So I will put that into my shopping cart, not chili pepper. I'm not really into spicy things. So you can decide what you want to focus on. on red or on green, on positive or on negative. It won't happen overnight, but as everything that it comes to brain with its neuroplasticity, if you do it over and over again, within a few weeks, you will notice how the world has changed its color and how positive events somehow become more noticeable, as if there are more of them in your life. No, nothing changed in this grocery store of your life. What changed is what you choose to put in your shopping cart and bring home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe for this channel and like this video, because if you do, then more people will discover it, and hopefully more people can find out new opportunities to bring more joy, more positivity in their life. I can record those videos, but helping others discover it is the job that we can do only together. So thank you so much for it. I also added a link to my planner where every day I include my gratitude practice, so you can download it and print it out as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.